If you're someone that can feel pretty unsupported, lost, overwhelmed by your emotions, kind of stuck in the routines and the beliefs that you're holding for yourself, if you wanted to create a new reality, live a better life, transform everything about yourself, honestly, if you're kind of just sick of your own shit and want to be someone else, do something else, somewhere else, if you just want to feel better, I encourage you to try this one tip on for size. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a topic that has been really important in me learning how to nourish myself, me learning how to take care of myself in navigating emotions. What I've been learning is that it is so important to give them room. Emotions are energy in motion. They're not permanent. They're visitors. They're bits of information that our body and mind are showing us of things we need to pay attention to, release, integrate, understand, comprehend. These emotions, they can be pretty overwhelming. They can be pretty dark. They can be pretty heavy. Very much like the brakes are getting pumped on everything you're trying to figure out in life. The brakes are getting pumped on how you feel about yourself and what you're navigating and the faith you have, the trust you have, all these things. When I started to learn about inner child and inner parent work, I thought it was pretty abstract. I remember doing hypnoses that had me go within and have a conversation with my inner child, my inner teenager, and my higher self. In these hypnoses, I was guided to connect with and ask what they need. Is it to be heard, support, validation, encouragement, a hug, just presence and comfort? That's what these emotions require. If you label these intense emotions as something outside of yourself, as something that is not you, because we are not our emotions, we are the vessel they are passing through and the observer that is experiencing them. If you're able to maintain that mindset with them, if you're able to understand that there can be this separation, I have learned to love to label my intense emotions as my inner child. Because she is the one that is unhinged, that feels things deeply, that has a voice that needs to be heard. Our inner child is our sense of play, our sense of identity. It's who we've always been. You know, we're all just giant children that start to get wrinkles and go gray and have some back pain here and there. In our true essence and in our authentic core, we are all children, truly. It's that innocence and that wild nature, that beautiful aspect of the self that needs nourishing, that needs to be heard. Instead of gaslighting and denying and suppressing all of these screams from your inner child, it's really important to be the inner adult, the one that comforts the inner child. I personally had a quite chaotic upbringing, and my inner child requires lots of expression, lots of release. You know, she gets really sad and really hurt and really angry at things and overreacts to things in this reality that aren't nearly as bad or threatening, but she is still hurting from what's happened 20 years ago, and I need to hold space for that. In learning these different triggers and outbursts, the triggers are the guides. They're instances to show us where we're holding on too tight and we're projecting something from the past into this present moment. When I learned this, I learned how to sit with these. And when something came up in my world that triggered me, I would figure out what original emotion led me to that reaction currently. What about this person or setting or phrase triggered me to pull back some memory that I need to address and let go of. Just as it's important to learn how to listen to the inner child, it is so important to provide that nurturing, protecting, grounding, supporting inner adult version to ourselves too. So as we air out these emotions and we give them room in love, if my inner child is throwing a tantrum and I hold her and I say, "It's okay, girl, let it out. You don't need to carry this anymore. I'm here for you, and I'm not going to let you get hurt in the same way. I'm not going to abandon you in the way that hurt you before, or neglect you, or belittle you in the ways that frustrate you." When you give yourself that love and compassion and permission that was robbed of you when you searched for it outside yourself, it's powerful. That's how you become an unstoppable force in this world. That's when you stop being overwhelmed and overrun by your emotions. I have found myself these last couple of weeks, especially, in a very grounded space. In a very present space, a very calm space, a very grateful space. I have been unpacking a lot of emotions since I started doing my morning journaling every single day, stream of consciousness, 3 pages. I've been doing it for 90 days. I have a different video on it if you want to check it out. I'll link it. Understanding that we are the observer of our emotions. And as we observe these emotions, we have 2 beings inside of us. The inner child expressing and experiencing the emotion, and the inner adult that is witnessing and providing love and support and compassion for this emotion. We can heal that inner child. We can stop acting from these different wounds that we hold on to. We notice our emotions, they might still be very big, but they're not driving the car. They're not running the show or calling the shots or influencing our relationships with ourselves and other people. When we realize that holding space for ourselves is how we become better people, how we have better relationships to experiences and people and places and things, it's game changer pivotal. I've been sharing this knowledge with some of my friends who are navigating icky, sticky emotions by reminding them that they are not their emotions. They are simply the ones witnessing them, that their emotions are so important in telling us things that we need to look at and address and release or comfort or nurture or alchemize, and that we also have the power to give ourselves that love and compassion. Self-love is so important. You can't buy it. You have to cultivate it. You have to create it. And yeah, that's my tangent. If any of this resonates, I'd love to hear. If you try out any of this, sometimes it can be helpful to meditate for a second. There's tons of guided meditations out there. I'd love to create one, honestly. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. You deserve the room and the love from yourself, given to yourself every single day. The love you have for yourself is the kind that's going to transform your world, your reality, move mountains, change the planet. Don't withhold that from yourself. You deserve to be loved so deeply from you. If this resonated, let me know. If you'd love more self-development, spirituality, or other types of ramblings and rants on what I'm reading, what I'm learning, what I'm integrating, come join the ride. Come subscribe. Have a beautiful day.